Hi, I'm Aligir Lingappa, Assistant Professor in Physics, Government First Grade College, Sirguppa. Today's my chapter is diffraction of light. So now I will discuss about the concept such as a resolving power of diffraction grating. So we know that the concept such as a grating, say a grating is an optical device which is used to obtain, which is used to determine the valence of different colors. So where that means previous class we discussed about what is grating, how the grating which can be manufactured. So then which are the different types of grating, how the spectra they can obtain in the diffraction grating. So what about the nature of the spectra? They are obtained in the diffraction grating experiment. Then the dispersive power of diffraction grating. Then the differences between the spectrum obtained in case of prism and the spectrum obtained in case of diffraction grating. All those things. So today, now, let us discuss about resolving power of diffraction grating. What is resolving power? The capacity of the instrument or the device to separate the two closely lying images of an object. The resolving power of any optical instrument is its ability to resolve, is its ability to separate two closely lying point objects as distinctly separate. So, the resolving power of any optical instrument is its ability to resolve two closely point object as distinctly separate. So here the concept of resolving power means just differentiate the object when we viewed through naked eye and the same object if we viewed through microscope. So what is the difference between those two? That means apart. In case of naked eye, there is less resolution. We can't able to see clearly the different things. But in case of microscope, if suppose the same object, if it is observed under the microscope, then you see the what is the difference between that and this. So called the resolving power of microscope and resolving power of the naked eye. So mainly the concept of resolving power means it is to resolve two closely lying point objects as distinctly separate. A resolving power that can be explained based on Rayleigh's criterion, so called. Now we have discussed about Rayleigh's criterion for resolution. Here resolution means, say indirectly, a separation. When the separation between the 2 point sources is more, the diffraction patterns are far apart. So as shown in the figure in the next slide. When the separation between the 2 point sources is more, the diffraction patterns are far apart. As shown in the below diagram. So as the separation is slowly reduced, the pattern begin to overlap. So Lord Ralph proposed a criterion for judging whether the images are resolved according to this. So second factor, 2 images are said to be just resolved if the separation of the 2 point objects is such that the central maximum of the diffraction pattern of one coincides with the first minimum of the diffraction pattern of the other, and vice versa. So, if we say 2 images, if they are said to be just resolved, if the separation of the 2 point objects is such that the central maximum of the diffraction pattern of one coincide with the first minimum of the diffraction pattern of the other, and vice versa. So third factor according to Ralph criteria, as the separation further are reduced, the diffraction patterns overlap and the points are not resolved. So these 3 factors, they are explained by the Ralph, so-called Ralph criteria. So you see the diagram A, figure A, that indicates that there is a well separation between 2 peaks. So 2 diffraction pattern, we can able to see the diffraction pattern separately, distinctly, without overlapping. So they are said to be well resolved, well separated. Then you see the second diagram, figure B, where the central maximum of one overlapping with the first minimum of the other. Where 2 peaks, they are just resolved, just separated. So then you see the third diagram. If suppose the distance between the 2 diffraction pattern are reduced further, there must be overlapping of central maximum of one with the central maximum of other. That means there is no separation. They are not resolved. So-called first diagram that indicates that well resolved. So then the second diagram that indicates that just resolved. So third diagram that indicates that they are not resolved, they are not separated. So in case of first diagram, there is no overlapping of the central maximum of diffraction pattern of one and the central maximum of diffraction pattern of other. So they are said to be well resolved, they are said to be well separated. Then the second diagram that indicates that the central maximum of diffraction pattern of one overlapping with the first minimum of diffraction pattern of other. So called the images, they are just resolved. They are just separated. So then the third diagram which indicates that the central maximum of diffraction pattern of one overlapping with the central maximum of diffraction pattern of other. So then there is no resolution. Then the images are said to be not resolved. They are not separated. We can't able to see the images separately. So called well resolved, just resolved, not resolved. So these are the relief criteria. So now let us discuss about resolving power of a grating. Consider a grating containing n total number of rulings and with the grating element A plus B, let a parallel beam of light of wavelength lambda and lambda plus d lambda be incident normally on the grating. Let the diffracted beam be received by a telescope objective lens, so called L. Telescope objective, so called L, that indicates lens. So what we know that the grating which containing the number of slits, the number of parallel slits. So let n be the total number of rulings or slits which are present in the grating. So with the grating element A plus B, where A that indicates the width of the transparent space, so B that indicates the width of the opaque space, so called where A plus B that indicates the grating element. So let the parallel beam of light of wavelengths lambda and lambda plus d lambda be the incident normally on the grating. The incident parallel beam of light which gets diffracted. Then the diffracted beam from the grating so can be received by the telescope objective, so called convex lens L. So the total width of the grating is n into A plus B, where A plus B that indicates a grating element. So n be the total number of parallel lines or slits which are present in the grating. N into A plus B, so that factor gives the total, the net width of the grating. And the total aperture of the telescope objective is n into A plus B sin theta. What we know that in case of diffraction, so d sin theta, here the d which can be replaced by n into A plus B, where d is the width of the single slit. Here the grating which consists of n number of slits of each width A plus B, so called n into A plus B, a sin theta, so that gives the total aperture of a telescope objective. So let nth principal maxima of wavelength lambda to be formed in the direction of theta. So then a plus b n sin theta is equal to n lambda. Let this is equation number 1. So based on the expression d sin theta is equal to n lambda, that is in case of single slit. So here d which can be replaced by a plus b, where a plus b is known as the grating element. A is the width of the transparent space, b is the width of the opaque space. A plus b, that indicates the total width of the one, that means a single slit in the grating. So a plus b sin theta is equal to n lambda, where n that gives the order of the spectrum, lambda wavelength of light used. Let this is equation number 1. Let the first minimum adjacent to nth maximum be formed along theta plus d theta. So what we know that the diffraction pattern, which consists of central maximum, then secondary minima and secondary maxima, they are formed on either side of the central maximum. So let us consider first minimum adjacent to nth maximum be formed along theta plus d theta. Then in the above equation, theta which can be replaced by theta plus d theta, then equation 1 becomes a plus b sin of theta plus d theta is equal to n lambda plus n lambda by n. So further, which can be done as n into a plus b sin theta plus d theta, which is equal to n plus 1 into lambda. Let this is equation number 2. So according to Rayleigh's criterion, the nth maximum due to lambda, say a plus b sin theta plus d theta, which is equal to n into lambda plus d lambda. Then again further, which can be done as n into a plus b sin theta plus d theta, which is equal to n into n lambda plus d lambda. Let this is equation number 3. From equations 2 and 3, we get n plus 1 into lambda, which is equal to n into n lambda plus d lambda. So after simplification, we will get lambda is equal to n d lambda, or then finally we will get lambda by d lambda is equal to n. Let this is equation number 4, where the factor lambda by d lambda is the resolving power. Hence resolving power of the grating is equal to n. For a given grating, the resolving power is directly proportional to the order of the spectrum and the total number of lines on the grating surface. So just is the equation 4. In that equation, lambda by d lambda, that means the factor which indicates the resolving power of grating. So hence from the equation 4, we say that our resolving power is equal to n into n, capital N into small n, where capital N that indicates the number of slits which are present on the surface of the grating, small n that indicates the order of the spectrum. So from the equation 4, we conclude that the resolving power of grating is directly proportional to the number of slits on the surface of the grating. Is directly proportional to the number of lines on the surface of the grating. then the resolving power is directly proportional to the order of the spectrum. So, a resolving power which depend on two factors. One is N, capital N, number of lanes on the surface of the grating, or the number of slits on the surface of the grating, or small n, the order of the spectrum. So then from equation 4, we say that lambda by d lambda is equal to N, which is equal to where N, which can be replaced by N into A plus B cos theta into N by A plus B cos theta. So in the earlier case, for the study of theory of grating, we know that where small n, which is equal to A plus B cos theta into, so N by A plus B cos theta. So that means in this case multiplying and dividing by the factor A plus B cos theta. Then lambda by d lambda, which is equal to N, which is equal to N, then A plus B cos theta into N by A plus B cos theta. So lambda by d lambda, which is equal to N into A plus B cos theta, where a small n by A plus B cos theta, which can be replaced by d theta by d lambda. So since the dispersive power of the grating is d theta by d lambda, where d theta by d lambda, which is equal to N by A plus B into cos theta. So what we discussed in the previous class, in case of dispersive power, the dispersive power of grating d theta by d lambda, which is equal to N by A plus B cos theta, so called in the above equation N by A plus B cos theta, which can be replaced by d theta by d lambda. So then lambda by d lambda, which is equal to N into A plus B cos theta d theta by d lambda. Hence the resolving power is equal to lambda by d lambda, which is equal to A into d theta by d lambda, where A, capital A, that indicates total aperture of the objective of the telescope. Total aperture of the objective of the telescope. Here objective of the telescope means lens of the telescope. Say convex lens of the telescope. Aperture of convex lens of the telescope, where A is equal to N into A plus B cos theta. A is equal to capital N into A plus B cos theta. So in the above equation, where N into A plus B cos theta, which can be replaced by A, such that resolving power, which is equal to lambda by d lambda, which is equal to A into d theta by d lambda. So further we know that from the above equation, say A plus B sin theta is equal to N lambda, then N is equal to A plus B sin theta by lambda. Then a resolving power, which is equal to lambda by d lambda, which is equal to N, where small n, which can be replaced by A plus B sin theta by lambda. So resolving power, which is equal to A plus B sin theta by lambda into N, this is the another expression for resolving power of the diffraction grating. So called, in this class, we discussed about what is grating, how the grating that can be manufactured, then what about the use of diffraction grating, then dispersive power, then the resolving power, the expression for resolving power of diffraction grating, then what are the factors on which resolving power of the diffraction grating depends, and so on. Thank you.